Hi friends, how are you? By blessings to God, you are doing well. So this is Dr. A B JENA, faculty member, PG Department of Business Management, as well as the coordinator of PG Department of Commerce, Fakirimon University, Basavir, Balasore, Odisha. Friends, once again I am welcoming to all of you to your channel, to my channel, Dr. A B JENA Classes. Friends, so today we are going to discuss the very interesting and the vital, that is the content from the research methodology. Friends, as हम discussion करेंगे what is the meaning of sample, what is the meaning of sampling, what is the meaning of population, as well as what are the different types of sampling or techniques of sampling, or you can say that is the methods of sampling. So for as today discussion, आज का discussion बहुत useful and fruitful होगा, particularly the board exam, I mean the semester examination, whether it may be the PMR, economics, commerce or management, फिर भी आज का डिस्कशन बहुत यूजफुल एंड फ्रूटफुल होगा. सो फार एज दैट इज द यूजीसी नेट जेआरए फॉर द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ कॉमर्स, मैनेजमेंट, इकोनॉमिक्स. फिर भी आज का डिस्कशन बहुत यूजफुल एंड फ्रूटफुल होगा. इट्स द कॉमन क्वेश्चन इन द इंटरव्यू बोर्ड. सो फार एज दैट इज द लेक्चरशिप एग्जाम. फिर भी आज का डिस्कशन बहुत यूजफुल एंड फ्रूटफुल होगा फॉर दैट इज द पीजी एंड पीएचडी एंट्रेंस. सो फ्रेंड्स, डोंट स्किप द वीडियो फ्रॉम बिगनिंग टू टिल एंड यू वॉच इट. डेफिनेटली you will be more and more comfortable upcoming that is the various exam including the semester exam. So क्या बात है, without wasting our valuable time or losing our golden time, let's start to the discussion. What are the different techniques or types or methods of sampling? Friends, in previous video we have already discussed what is the basic difference between that probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Hi friends, so before discussion or discussing the types of sampling, so we have to know what is the meaning of a sample. So sample is a subset of a population. So friends, I have collected this image from the internet. So it's the population image and will be regarded as the set, whereas that is the sample is the part of the population. I mean the sample is the subset of the population. Friends, now I am hopeful that now you are clear. Then the sampling is a statistical tool in which the fixed number of observations are taken from a larger population to a particular study or a research. So again, I will simplify the process of selecting a sample is called sampling or sampling design. So here the sample is the process collecting from the population. It's known as what is this, that is the sampling or a sampling design. So I have friends some discussion करें what is the meaning of population. So population refers to the entire group or a set of individual objects or events. So कौन सा I mean will come under the population. So populations are the human beings, schools, colleges, factories, electric bulbs, cities, villages, cattle, etc. So friends, now are clear what is the meaning of population. So population is taken into consideration for a particular study or experiment or research. Hi friends, I will discuss. So normally the sampling is divided in two parts, that is the probability sampling and non-probability sampling. So these are the division or the types of probability sampling. So these are the main types of non-probability sampling. So friends, we will discuss one by one. So मतलब क्या है probability sampling का? So probability sampling is a sampling method that randomly selects a small group or a sample from a larger population. So from this image, so now are clear friends. Then every population as here, what is this? A chance of being selected in probability sampling. So probability sampling is also called what? The random sampling. So far as in the board exam, I mean the semester exam, so in the fill in the blanks or true or false or MCQs or short questions. So if the question comes like this, probability sampling is called or known as a dash. So here friends, so this will be the right answer, the random sampling. So non-probability sampling, so these are the types of non-probability sampling. Friends, we will discuss एक के बाद हम discussion करेंगे. Non-probability sampling is a method of selecting units from a population by using or in using a subjective method. So non-probability sampling does not provide a chance of selection of each population element like in probability sampling. So non-probability sampling is also regarded as or known as हम क्या बोल सकते हैं non-random sampling. आइए फ्रेंड्स हम डिस्कशन करेंगे एक के बाद द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ मेन टाइप्स ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटी सैम्पलिंग. फर्स्ट वन क्या है सिंपल रैंडम सैम्पलिंग. सिंपल रैंडम सैम्पलिंग फ्रेंड्स हम बोल सकते हैं क्या फिक्स्ड इंटरवल मेथड. सो दिस सैम्पलिंग गिव्स ईच एलिमेंट as equal and independent chance of being selected. Every member of the population has an equal chance of being selected. So it's the meaning what I have collected from the internet. So friends, just you read out. Next, suppose we'll cite an example. If a population of 500, each element has what is this 1 by 500 chance of selected. So the application or the suitable of a simple random sampling where it's a small homogeneous population. That is, for instance, students studying 7th standard in a boys schools form a homogeneous group with respect to the education and age. By its the researcher can pursue the study or research. नेक्स्ट वन फ्रेंड्स देखेंगे सिस्टमेटिक रैंडम सैम्पलिंग. हम क्या बोलेंगे उसको सिस्टमेटिक सैम्पलिंग को फिक्स्ड इंटरवल मेथड. सो दिस सैम्पलिंग इज ए प्रोसेस ऑफ सिलेक्टिंग एवरी nth मेंबर फ्रॉम ए लिस्ट और ए पॉपुलेशन. आइए एक एग्जाम्पल लेके डिस्कशन करेंगे. इफ ए रिसर्चर हैज ए पॉपुलेशन 100 पीपल, ही वांट्स टू लाइक व्हाट इज दिस, इट्स वांट्स टू सैम्पल कितना it's 200, sorry, it's 10,000. Then the sampling interval in a statistical, that is the term or equation क्या, what is the k would be कितना, it's that is the 10,000 divided by or 10,000 sorry or 1,000 divided by 200, it's 5. Friends, you take into consideration that is the 1,000 people. So example, it's the 5, then the select every 5th person. So first 5, then 10, then 15, then 20, then 25, then 30, then 35, like this. So here so systematic sampling is suitable and applicable to various populations such as students in a class, houses in a street, customers of a bank or telephone directory. So in this case, then the systematic sampling will be applicable and suitable. Next one friends हम देखेंगे what is the meaning of a stratified sampling. So in this sampling population is divided into subgroups. So from this image friends you can be clear. Then the randomly sampling is drawn from each subgroup. Here the population is divided into homogeneous group or strata. And the random sample is drawn from each group or strata. So here stratified random sampling is that is the method or the probability, that is the method of sampling that involves the division of a population into smaller subgroups known as what is this strata. So here friends the examples or the examples of stratification, it's the age. So if the age will be regarded as the population, then it may be the division 10 to 20 years, then 21 to 30 years or 31 to 40 years, etc. like this. The researcher can select the sample. If the gender will be taken into consideration, then division will be, that is the strata will be what is this, the male and female groups. Similarly, if the income will be taken into consideration, क्या होगा, income level or income group, it's the low income level, middle income level, high income level. By it's the sub group of the population, then the researcher can select the sample. If the educational qualification will be taken into consideration, then the subgroup will be the 10th pass, 12th pass, UG I mean the undergraduate, PG I mean the master degree. In this way, the researcher can collect the sample. The example, the students of the university are divided into different disciplines or programs, and then each discipline group may again divided into, that is the junior group as well as the senior group. In कौन सा रिसर्च एरिया में सो स्ट्रेटिफाइड sampling is applicable. This sampling is suitable for a larger homogeneous population. नेक्स्ट वन फ्रेंड्स हम देखेंगे मतलब क्या है क्लस्टर सैम्पलिंग. सो दिस सैम्पलिंग मीन्स द रैंडम सिलेक्शन ऑफ सैम्पलिंग यूनिट्स consisting of a population elements. So population here again is divided into clusters and sample is randomly selected from the clusters. आइए फ्रेंड्स एक एग्जाम्पल लेके डिस्कशन करेंगे. सो इट्स द पॉपुलेशन में बी द सिटी और रूरल एरियाज और एफिलेटिंग यूनिवर्सिटी. सपोज इट्स द एफिलेटिंग यूनिवर्सिटी एलिमेंट्स क्या है, इट्स that is the students, then the cluster or sampling unit will be what, that is the affiliating colleges. So here the researcher can select or choose the sample from the affiliated colleges of a affiliating university. Friends, I am hopeful that now you are clear. So here the question is, so cluster sampling is suitable in particular that is the in social science research, that is or such as a socio-economic survey, rural credit surveys, demographic studies, public opinion polls, etc. Next, last one, the types of probability sampling क्या है friends? The multi-stage, that is the sampling. So sampling is carried out in 2 or more stages. So this sampling involves in selecting or to select a sample in multiple stages, starting with broad groups, that is the cluster, then narrowing, I mean the decreasing into or to smaller units within those clusters. So here एक example हम लेते हैं. So examples, if a researcher carries out a study about the opinion of the students in Baleshwar city of Odisha, he follows, I mean the researcher follows the multi-stage sampling methods for his study. In first stage, the researcher or he selects the first random the schools. So first stage school will be, then that is the broader, that is the cluster in a broader group. Then he randomly selects the classroom of the schools within those schools. Finally, the researcher randomly selects the students within those classrooms. So multi-stage sampling is applicable or suitable where the population is scattered over a wide geographical area and also no list or frame is available for sampling. So friends, I am hopeful that what is the meaning of probability sampling and what are the different types of probability sampling. So we have already discussed by citing the suitable example. Aye friends, second one category of sampling kya hai? It's the non-probability sampling. So what is the meaning of non-probability sampling? At the beginning we have already discussed. First one category kya hai? Convenience sampling. What is this? This sampling is a non-probability sampling method where units are selected for inclusion in the sample because they are available to researcher to access. So these are the samples are available or readily available. The researcher can select the sample. So this sampling means selecting the sample units in a what is this? Just hit and a miss. That is the rule. For example, हम लेके a teacher may select the students in his class. Similarly, the market research will be conducted. Here, the company makes a survey customers' opinion about or with respect to the new product. Similarly, a company makes a survey through this the questionnaire about that is the opinion about the opinion of employees about or with respect to the company policies. So convenience sampling को हम क्या बोल सकते हैं? एक्सीडेंटल सैम्पलिंग, अपॉर्चुनिटी सैम्पलिंग और ग्राफ सैम्पलिंग. सो नॉन प्रोबेबिलिटी सैम्पलिंग इज सुइटेबल और इट्स एप्लीकेशन. दिस सैम्पलिंग में बी यूज फॉर सिंपल पर्पजेस दैट इज टेस्टिंग आइडियाज और गेनिंग आइडियाज अबाउट ए subject or interest. Second one, it's a judgmental or purposive sampling. What is this, friends? It's a judgmental sampling means the selection of sample units which conform to some predetermined criteria, I mean the judgment or knowledge base. So here a researcher selects a participants who are expected to provide the rich or will have some basic idea or in-depth information relevant to the research question. So the suitable or usefulness. So this sampling is suitable when it is important and specific relevance to sampling units to the study. friends. I am hopeful that now you are clear. So next one, friends, I am taking snowball sampling or chain referral sampling. What is this, friends? So this sampling is a non-probability sampling method where a researcher identifies the initial participants and then asks the participant to refer them to other potential participants who fit for the study criteria. आइए फ्रेंड्स एक एग्जाम्पल लेके हम डिस्कशन करेंगे सैम्पल्स ऑफ द होमलेस. Okay, so here the researcher will get the idea from the other participants about the homeless, or that is the users of illegal drugs, the studying individual, similarly with a rare disease. So snowball sampling is suitable when the members of the populations are hidden and difficult to locate. So in this situation, then the researcher will initially identify the potential participant in order to get the sample for his or her study. So from this image, so friends, easily you can understand. So next one, or last but not the least, of a non-probability sampling is the quota sampling. So it is a sampling method where the researcher ensures the specific subgroups are represented based on the predetermined quotas. So researchers select the participant based on the predetermined quotas or characteristics within subgroups. So this is the quota sampling is a form of convenience sampling which involves the selection of a quota groups of accessible sampling units by traits, that is the age, sex, social class, religion, etc. So here the example, so here the quota sampling is applicable in where, that is in the case of a market survey, leadership style, opinion poll. So what is in the case of election, that is the public opinion is coming, and here it's the gender. Suppose the gender will be taken into consideration. The quota will be what is 150 males and 100 females. In the case of also, that is the reservation policy, if the age 200 responses of each between the age groups 15 to 25 years, then 26 to 35 years, then 35 to 45 years. So it's 46 years to 55 years and 56 years plus. Then if the employment status, so here what is to be done, 500 employed and 200 unemployed people will be taken into consideration. So if the location will be taken into consideration as population, then 300 responses per state will be taken into consideration. So friends, so these are all about today's discussion. I am hopeful that so you have learned a lot. You will have no idea with regard to the sampling, with regard to the sample, with regard to the population, as well as the probability and non-probability sampling, and different types of or kinds or methods of probability, as well as the non-probability sampling. So friends, before concluding our discussion, I am wishing all the very best for your upcoming, that is the semester exam and as well as other exams. So if you like this video lecture, kindly share it, kindly you forward it, and don't forget to give your valuable comment and suggestion. Kindly you post your valuable comment and suggestion in the comment section. So thanks a million to all of